Hello friends, welcome to OSS tutorial. So today we will see open source software that is which is a testing tool, that is a Cucumber. So the Cucumber means it is a high level testing framework that supports behavior driven development. So it runs automated acceptance tests on a web application. Cucumber is a tool that executes plain text functional description as an automated test. The language that Cucumber understands is called a Gherkin. Cucumber is a testing framework. So basically, it supports the behavior driven development. So it let us define application behavior in plain meaningful English text using simple grammar defined by a language called a Gherkin. So Cucumber itself is written in a Ruby, but it can be used to test code written in a Ruby or other languages, including but not limited to Java, C#, and Python. So in this tutorial, we will see the setup with the Cucumber with Eclipse and the Cucumber basics and the one data-driven testing and the Cucumber Selenium Java test. So next is basically it is the automation tool which includes different steps. First is the test tool selection. We have to select the tools, then define the scope for the automation, then the planning, design and development, and the test execution, and last is the maintenance. So basically for the automation testing, various benefits automation testing provides, that is cost reduction. Then you can reuse tests on a different versions also. The number of resources for regression tests are reduced. Then the automated tools run tests significantly faster than human users. So this is the automation testing and automated benefits of the automated testing. The Cucumber is also one of the automation testing tool, which is open source tool. So why we use Cucumber? When we write any Java program which is very complex, after some time you don't understand your own code also. So to test any Java application for acceptance testing, we use Cucumber. Cucumber which includes 3 steps basically. First is the describe the behavior. Basically it is used for the behavior system. So we have to describe the behavior. Then next is the step definition and the run, and the in step definition we include the features and the scenarios. Scenario means it is the test cases, and then we run the test cases, and if it is fail, then make the changes in the code, and then make it pass the test cases. So first thing in the Cucumber is the feature introduction. Features. The first we will see the feature introduction. The every .feature file conventionally consists of a single feature. So a line starting with the keyword feature followed by a free intended text starts a feature. So a feature usually contains a list of scenarios. The scenario together independent of your file and directory structure. So the directory structure means basically it is 3 steps. First is the given, then when, and then. In given, actually it is the GUI. Actually what the software will look like to user. So this is nothing but the given. So basic in our words, you may say that it is the graphical user interface. Then when, in when section, it is the things that the user will do. That means the process for any test cases. Then next is the then means what actually the result after the execution of the test cases. So suppose we consider one example, that is the login. We have to enter username and password, and then the click on the login button, and the home page will be occur. So in given section it is the login page. The login page which contains a two text boxes. First is the username, next it is password, and then next button. So it is basically it is the GUI which is the in given section. Then the when contains we have to enter the username, password, and click on the login button. So it is the when, and then means the whatever the home page is get appeared by clicking on the login button. Then that means it is the output. what actually the user expect. So it is nothing but the game. Next, we will see the Cucumber nomenclature. The basically it contains the feature, scenario, given, when, then, which we have already seen. Then the and. The feature means which contains the single. Actually, it is a one feature which is included in a one file. Then the scenario means the test cases. In test cases, it contains the condition, that means expected input, expected output, actual output, and the test cases pass or the fail. So this is nothing but the given, when, and then. Then the and contains the additional test construct. So this is what about the Cucumber basics. So the first thing, basically it is used for the behavior. So what is meant by behavior? Whatever the behavior, user has to enter any username, password, whatever the story behind that, it is which is in a feature section. So the role, then business value, that is nothing but the behavior. And the scenario means we already know that is a test cases, which again includes given, when, and then. So basically our project contains two sections, which is one is the business facing, next is the technical facing. In business facing, same again, feature, scenario, states, then step definition, support code, automation library in US, and then next the output. In features, we have to define the behavior, then scenario, test cases, then follow the steps for the passing the test cases. Then next the step definition. We will further see what is the step definition, what actually supported code, and then automation library. We will see further. So now we are familiar with what actually the Cucumber means, what actually the Cucumber includes, features, then scenarios. Then we will see before the demo, we will see, before the actual implementation, we will see what are the benefits for the Cucumber testing tool. So basically it is helpful to involve business stakeholders who can't easily read the code. Cucumber focuses on an end user experience also. Style of writing test allow for easier use of the code in the test. So we can reuse the code here. Quick and easy setup and execution. Then efficient tool for the testing. And then instead of writing your test purely in a code, with Cucumber you can start by writing a human readable user story. So you already know that we only focus on the features, behavior, and story behind that. So there is no need of the coding, which is whatever the test cases which is in a human readable format. So it is not a complex one. So these are the benefits for the Cucumber. So then we will see the feature file, which is very important. So now we will see how to use Cucumber. So basically, before going to the feature file, we have to first download the Eclipse, and after downloading, install the Eclipse, and include the Cucumber plugins by using the jar files of the Cucumber. So after the installing Cucumber, we have to write the feature file. So what is actually the feature file? The feature file is an entry point to the Cucumber test. This is a file where you will describe your test in a descriptive language. It is basically it is an essential part of the Cucumber, as it serves as an automation test script as well as live documents. A feature file can contain a scenario or can contain many scenarios in a single feature file, but it usually contains a list of scenarios. Let's create one such a file. So on the feature folder, we have to right click and select a new file. In order for a Cucumber to automatically detect the stories, you need to make sure that they carry the .feature file extension. Then write the first Cucumber script. in BDD forms, the scenario would like the following. So we will see first the how to write a script. Actually, I have already written here. The first the method is user in a home on a home page, which is under the given notation. We've already seen the given, then the given, then what are the procedure, and then so first given method is there, then the when we actually it is the method where we navigate actually after the clicking on the login button. So now we are familiar with feature file. Now we will see the step definition file. Actually, the step definition file is a small piece of a code with a pattern match attached to it, or in other words, a step definition is a Java method in a class with an annotation above it. So how to add a step definition file? We will see step one by one. So the for adding a step definition file to the our Java code, the first step is to create a new class file in the step definition package and name it as a test steps. So by right click on the package and select a new class. Do not check the option for a public static void main and click on the finish button. So here take a look at the message in the console window. This message was displayed when we run the test runner class. So what actually the window is? This is the window when we click on the when we run the test runner class. So the next step is notice the Eclipse console window says you can implement missing steps in with the snippets below. So it is very easy to implement all the steps. All you need to do is to copy the complete text marked in the blue box and paste it into the above created test steps class. Then we have to add a Selenium Java code in the step definition methods. So now we will see the what actually the code is. So here now take out the Selenium Java code of the following steps from the Selenium test and paste it on the first method @given, that is annotation. User is on the home page. Then the launch the browser, navigate to the home page. So here the under the annotation given, the user is on the home page. So we know that the given what actually the process of the cucumber is given when and then. So under the given notation we will actually the GUI then click on the take out the Selenium Java code for the following steps from the Selenium test and paste it onto the second method, that is the next method is the when method. So in when method actually when contests hold the procedure, so that means we have to enter the username, password and the click on the login link. So here the code actually shows the when procedure under the when notation. Then so here under the when notation, user has to enter the username and password. If valid username, that is a test @123, and after the clicking on the login button, the home page will get appear. This is the basic step. So under the when we have written it. Then the the step definition whole class look like the same. The step definition test step class is first is the given, then when, and then the when procedure. This one is for the username to login the page, and here this one is for the for entering the username and the password. So they do the same steps for the rest of the methods as will complete the test steps class will look like this. Then after that run the cucumber test. Now we are all the first cucumber test. Right click on the test runner class and click run as a JUnit test, and the Cucumber will run the script the same way it runs in the Selenium WebDriver, and the result will be shown in the left hand